Playing basketball. We love that basketball.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm the king on the microphone. So it's Dr. J and Moses Malone. I like slam dunks, take me to the beat. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll, I like the give and go, 'cause it's basketball. Mr. Curtis
Trying to get it in the Magic hand, they do. Streak it down the middle. Oh, and Olakest rises up. Here comes the hook. Yes, sir. Bill Russell comes up big again. Larry surveys the court. Makes his move to pull in for two. Dump it into Westgate. Finds
I
baseline.
used to go to dinner to take girls. Tiny Fred, he's Earl, Pearl, and Will. Big O and Jerry West play basketball, and it's very fast.
Yeah! How y'all doing out there? Alright. Thank you for joining me this evening. How y'all feel? 'Cause I feel so. How you feel? Awesome. I guess that's awesome. You fine and your awesome. Wanna roll? Awesome. Well, let's go. Awesome. Yeah. Hands in the sky like AWE. Some call me awesome. Some call me busy. Call me often. Gator on my shirt. What did it look awesome? I'm good. Please don't cross some. How rude. Stephanie Tanner, you don't gotta watch me, but please watch your manners. And I be getting green so mean. Bruce Banner, give the flow and presence, man. I'm the new Santa, and I'm saying Kansas, where I'm staying with. Be like pops on the wings, and even through the hating and walls, they thought I'd stay in. Who you playing? I done went Super Saiyan. This that off the glass.
Celtics with the ball and only have one chance to tie it with a three. Bird comes around the screen. He's got the look. Good for three. Larry Bird has just sent this game into overtime.
We're going back to the Wayback Machine, and we've sent it to Boston, Massachusetts. Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg as we wait for Larry Bird and the Celtics to take on the Atlanta Hawks.
And the Celtics were so dominant with Wilkins.
It's all in by Bird. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. Here's the three, and the Celtics hit again from deep. Here's Rivers. It's an 8-point differential. Back in each 86 season, Clark, he led the league in scoring that year, and that was the first of his all-star appearances as well.
And how about he also grabbed 8 boards a game that season, guys, and averaged 2 steals a game. So that year was when the league took notice of what Dominique Wilkins could do.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
You know, I think my favorite Larry Bird quote comes from Magic Johnson when he said, "Larry, you told me one lie. You said there will be another Larry Bird. Larry, there will never, ever be another Larry Bird." High praise, and he just might be right.
Well, the closest I've ever seen to Larry Bird would be Dirk Nowitzki. He has, that similar shooting stroke, that size, the rebounding ability. Bird was the better passer, but Dirk Nowitzki probably as close to Larry Bird as we're ever going to see in our lifetime.
That's good.
You know, that's a solid shot right there, Kevin. I mean, he's one of the better low-post finishers we'll see.
Beyond the arc, and the Celtics hit again from deep. Here's Webb. And it's Johnson picking him up. It's stolen by Johnson.
Well, what a balance in front court and backcourt defense on this Celtics team, and the Hawks really struggling to deal with it. Well, they've got the big lead early. We'll see if they can continue this momentum.
Yeah, you know, guys, they've been strong on both ends of the floor so far, and I think they can keep it up. Tell you what, guys, Randy Whitman was an important piece of this Atlanta team, filling out a deep, talented backcourt for the Hawks.
Stolen.
And Dominique, probably a better defensive player than he was given credit for. Pretty often he would get well over 100 steals per season.
You know, absolutely, Steve. Guards and forwards alike had to be aware of him when he lurked on defense because he could jump those passing lanes. He was a terrific athlete, and he used that athleticism on defense as well as he did on Bird, McHale, Parrish. There's so many weapons, it was no secret why they were the team to beat in the East.
And on the other side, one of the most exciting players to ever grace the hardwood. Dominique Wilkins. He'll match up with Larry Bird at the small forward spot.
Well, we could see a bit of one-upsmanship with these two. They can both score at will, it seems, and should lead the way in scoring for their teams. Taking a look now at this Celtics team. It's the all-star front court that is so feared around the NBA with Bird, McHale, and Parrish. In the backcourt, Dennis Johnson running the point. He's flanked by Danny Ainge at the off guard. And on the other side, matching up against Bird at the 3 is Dominique Wilkins. The Twin Towers underneath are Kevin Willis and Tree Rollins. Doc Rivers and Randy Whitman in the backcourt to round out the starting 5.
And you look back at that glorious decade of the 80s in the NBA, Bird was just so dominant. He won 3 titles in Boston and, of course, had that magical, so to speak, rivalry with Earvin Magic Johnson with the Lakers. They dominated that decade together.
It's stolen by Johnson.
Boy, DJ is so good at creating havoc and forcing turnovers.
Well, just a tenacious defensive stopper. One of the best defensive guards of all time. You can see why with steals like that.
Bird, he's been a slam dunk by Bird.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
It's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
That is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Rivers with it. Guarded now by Larry Bird. Stolen by Bird.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands lead to the turnover. Man, that's the problem when you don't protect the ball.
Exactly. When you surrender the ball like that, you put your defense at a huge disadvantage.
Here's Rivers. Just over 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
And you look back at Dominique Wilkins' career, you have to think 1986 was his best season, averaged 30 points a game that year.
To end the run.
But a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Swiped it away. Solo break. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Celtics lead by 14.
It was a pretty solid first quarter for this club. They limited their...
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway.
Bird was so dominant throughout the offense.
Cans it from downtown. Johnson's got 11.
And you have to like the way they've started out offensively.
Yeah, I like the way they put together basket after basket, consecutive hoops, and as a result, they put together a nice lead here.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
It was great to see Larry Bird when he was healthy. I mean, you forget just how dominant a player he was. It's really a shame that late in his career, back injury slowed him down some.
Some changes for Boston. Walton's checked in for Parrish. And Danny Ainge is subbed in for Kevin McHale. And making a change here, the Hawks. And so here is Atlanta, down by 12. Livingston can't get it to go, so Boston will take it the other way. Thinking about Larry's back, if he were to keep playing, the early 90s would have been something wild in this league.
Now, Jordan in his prime with Magic, Bird, the Bad Boys in Detroit, all still playing. Man, that would have been something to watch.
And the basket by Webb. There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Bird, the pass to Walton. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Wilkins.
Turned it over there, but they built this lead by making the most of their possessions and keeping their turnovers really low.
Here's Rivers. Bird knocks it loose. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. The Hawks trail by 10. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 13.
Pretty pass there, right where he needed to put it.
Stolen by Ainge. And here's the break. All alone.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver.